Y'all know we're trying to make sure we put a hot meal or just a meal in front of those kids tonight. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm planning to do baked chicken, steamed rice, broccoli, and I'll do some homemade gravy. And I love baked chicken because it's definitely one of those meals that have leftovers. And moms, y'all know we love to have leftovers. So I love me an onion and bell pepper in my food, okay? I feel like that's more old school. You know that there is no cooking that you're doing without adding your onion and your bell pepper. So I'm gonna do baked chicken, and the girls really don't like barbecue chicken. So I used to like put like a separate Pyrex in the oven just for me to have like a barbecue chicken instead, but I haven't been eating chicken, so I'll just be baking for the kids. Baking some chicken, steam rice, and broccoli. So onion and bell pepper, of course. Remember I said onion and bell pepper go on everything. So if you don't know how to cook, remember season well, add your onion and bell pepper if nothing else. And y'all, I have absolutely perfected the art of steamed rice after many, many years. Y'all, the ones that know that rice, grits, those are those dishes that you really got to get that water ratio right for it to turn out right. And I've already seasoned my chicken, so it's kind of off to the side for a second. I'll dice up my vegetables, and then we'll put the chicken into the Pyrex and into the oven, which I've already preheated my oven. It's on 400. So by the time I actually place it in there, it'll be ready to go. Ready to go. And y'all, I love cooking dinner for the kids. I love them just having a warm home cooked meal. And then I just feel like I be getting tired of eating the same thing sometimes though. And that can be with, you know, eating out, of course. And sometimes at home, things can be repetitive as well. So making sure that we're being intentional about finding new recipes and also introducing new foods to our children. That's one thing we can never do enough of, is getting them to try new things. So I definitely say that moms, we get into that mode too, where we're like, it's the same thing over and over again. And my kids, they're open to trying new things, so they're definitely looking forward to Taco Tuesday. And y'all, I love onions. Like if I can eat them every day. Remember, that's how we make our homemade gravy too. So I may be able to show y'all how I do my gravy. How I do my gravy. I wish I had the chicken in a bag though, y'all. And I do have, but it's roast in a bag, y'all. And all I need is the bag. So, and there's some seasoning that come in the bag as well, which I'm almost leaning towards using the bag anyway, even though this is chicken. Because, I mean, it's just seasoning. What y'all think? Should I use, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Where is it? I don't even know if I brought it out here because I was like, oh yeah, I did. So this is the bag-in seasoning, but like I said, this is for roast, but there's no different in the bag itself or the only difference is in the seasoning. So to use or not to use is the question, which I would think this one is giving some kind of gravy to it. I think I'm literally gonna take the bag out of here and just use it. Hey, Jordan. Let's see. Okay, so we have our onions, our bell peppers already diced up. And like I said, I already seasoned the chicken. I'm just going to give it a mix. Mix it around, then we'll put it into the pan, and we'll move on to our steamed rice. And I like, y'all know time management. Cooking and time management, you got to kind of have both skills too. Because you don't want to have your rice done and cold, and now the chicken is still an hour out. So it's really important to time manage when you cooking. If you're in that kitchen, you normally saying like which dish or item that I'm cooking tonight is going to take the longest. And that's the one you're gonna start with, and make sure you get that on in the oven or however you're preparing it. So start with the dish to take the longest, which normally is the meat. Remember, we want tender meat, so we're not gonna cook it too fast or too high. So y'all, this reminds me, the way I seasoned this and the things that I used remind me of my barbecue grill, y'all. Y'all know I'm definitely a barbecuing woman. So I have my onion powder, and I opened the wrong end. We don't want to do that. So our onion powder, I use some paprika as well. So we have our onion powder that I'm going to use. And then y'all, by Goya, I love this seasoning. It's the herb blend. So I sprinkle that on. And then I'm using the Kinder's all-purpose seasoning. And remember, if your food is looking more pale and your chicken's not starting to have a little color to it, you may not have used enough seasoning. So, and make sure that you gotta season well. I'm from the South, so of course I go in with my season. Then I know too, when you're making that gravy from the broth that it's gonna form, it's just gonna be so flavorful. So, and then this is lemon pepper. Y'all know I love me some lemon pepper on my chicken. All right, so what I did was I feel like sneezing, y'all. That's how I know it's in the right spot. And thank y'all for joining me on the live where I prepared dinner tonight. So like I said, baked chicken, steamed rice, vegetable gravy, and I'm thinking about cornbread. So let's get it in and stop talking about it. But giving it a good mix, as y'all can see. You can see the seasoning on here. You can see that it's not just pink. Cleaned, making sure that we don't have any feathers. I cannot stand chickens to have feathers, y'all. That is one of my like gag, like I cannot eat if the meat has feathers still on it. So I always make sure I clean and clip the chicken. And how I actually prepared it, I cut the wing off of it and I kind of split it through the middle to give it a little bit more where I can actually plate it, you know, kind of like that. So I do a little slit here, and then I took the wing portion off and I trimmed away any like fat or any type of yellow, anything that looked abnormal, I cut it off. So, all right, so my meat is definitely seasoned to my liking. And y'all, what did I say I'm gonna do about this bag? Am I gonna use it or not? I think I'm gonna use it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go for it, y'all. I was trying to see where I can open this, if I have some scissors. Hold on, y'all, hold tight. All right, so I am gonna go for it. I'm gonna use the bag that come with for the roast. I'm gonna just hold the seasoning because I already seasoned my chicken myself. But I just love the bag because it steams and I don't have to worry about using like aluminum foil. Everything is in one bag and we good to go. So what I'll probably do is get the chicken in the oven with y'all online with me, and then I'll come back in a little bit later once it's done. But this little bitty bag, y'all, it comes inside of the pouch, and it does include seasoning, which I always recommend seasoning your food yourself and using the seasoning that they provide. So that's what we're going to do. I mean, and how easy is this? Literally get your bag that comes inside, and it's a really nice size bag, and this one was meant for roast, but I don't really think it's any different than the chicken size, so just from my experience. So we're gonna open our bag, and we're gonna start placing the chicken inside of the bag. So it's seasoned already. So place our chicken inside the bag. And then I do start adding the onions and let me put it in the camera so y'all can see. Our onions and our bell pepper, I kind of mix it in too, so it's not all in one area. Out the way. So our onion and bell pepper. And then I'm gonna continue to add our seasoned chicken. And I normally put this in the oven chicken in the bag about an hour. And if I see that it's bubbling and everything like it's falling off the bone, I'll slice the bag open, like through the center. And I'll put it back into the oven, but more on like a broiler. So at the very top of the oven, I'll like broil to give it that kind of more crispy skin, I'll say. All right, so all of our chicken is in the bag. Now I'm gonna add the rest of the onion and bell pepper. Super easy. Come on now. Clean your chicken first. Clean, season, onion, bell pepper, and you're done. My dog is like playing it off. All right, so I'm gonna remove my gloves. Y'all know my nerves, so I change gloves more than a hospital would want to know. But hey, come on now, change our gloves out. Okay, y'all, so I have my chicken in the bag with my onion and bell peppers, you can see. And you don't have to add any type of, you would probably think chicken broth or anything like that. No, it's gonna make its own like roux, and what you do from there, you know, you can take it and make gravy, or some people actually toss, what is that? Cornstarch in the bag to kind of thicken the gravy a little bit, but I'm not gonna do any of that tonight. I'm literally just going to close the bag. And it comes with like a little black little tie for the end of the bag. So leave enough room. I like the chicken to at least be laying flat and not on top of each other. So maybe I'll leave a little bit more room. All right, so after we put our chicken in the bag, let me make sure y'all can see what a good look. Chicken in the bag. I'll go in and place a couple holes throughout the top of the bag. So just 1, 2, and try not to place the holes on the side, because when it does start to create that kind of like juices, you don't want it to spill out everywhere to your pan or into the oven. So just a couple of holes, not too much. Okay, there we go, and one more for the roll. All right, so once I have the chicken in the bag, my oven is already preheated. It's on 400 degrees. And like I said, I'll pop it into the oven for 60 minutes. And I'm just gonna place it into a Pyrex dish. Just like that, y'all. Pyrex dish, and into the oven we go. All right, so y'all give me just a second. I'll be right back. The oven is literally, y'all can see too. I'm trying to help y'all out. Let's see. Okay. So we have our oven already on 400. It's preheated. And I'm going to place it on the bottom rack. Alexa, set a timer for 60 minutes.
1 hour.
And there we go. So we're going to start there. And next, I'm going to move on to this prepping. If I'm going to do green beans or broccoli, I need to take a look. But my rice doesn't take long at all to steam. So I'll probably start that 30 minutes after my chicken has already been in. Because remember, I talked about time management when you're cooking your dinner. Kind of starting with those meals that take the longest, which is normally our meat. Let's go ahead and get that in. And about 30 minutes into the chicken being in the oven, I'll move into doing the steamed rice and getting the vegetable for the night on. But at this point, I normally take my mama break. And I like to clean as I go. So all of my seasonings, you know, any cutting board knives, things like that, I'll go ahead and clean them and put them away. So that's what I'll be doing. And y'all, what are y'all eating and cooking tonight? Are y'all cooking tonight? Like I said, y'all, it's about planning. So if we fail to plan, moms, y'all know we go to plan B. Plan B, whether that's leftovers, sandwiches, something. Remember, it's just mission. Feed those children. It's not that it has to be anything Thanksgiving-like or anything like that. And we know that mom life, we have a lot of things going all at once. So moms, remember, it's just about getting those kids fed. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Too much pressure on yourself. And Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So that's gonna be my next summer is gonna be when I'll go ahead and start steaming my rice. Steaming my rice and put my vegetable on. But I wouldn't do it right now because I don't want it to sit too long. Sit too long. And what y'all got going on this Monday? Mondays are normally very busy. Busy life for most of us, you know. And then I'm trying to get my water in. What is my dog doing, y'all? So trying to make sure I'm getting my water in for the day too, y'all. So drink your water. And I had a little bit later start with this one. So I said, I'm going to see how much I can drink by the end of the night. But just being intentional about hydrating. We've already done homework. And y'all know that laundry, I'm still tackling the laundry. So I'll have to update y'all on that a little bit later. But this week I'll be doing a weekly vlog that I hope I'll be ready to post it on Saturday. And that'll be for the whole week. But that's something that's new that I'm doing as well. So if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure y'all subscribe. And we got weekly vlogs definitely loading. Y'all been asking for it. So again, I'm in the season of listening and not just listening, but doing too. So there's so much more to share. And y'all know that I'm on my fitness journey. So my workouts, just how I'm planning my day to make sure that I'm taking care of things that need to be done that day. And y'all know I'm flexible too. I always say mom life is not about getting things done absolutely to the T, everything. Some stuff we say, you know what, it need to be done today. Other things can wait until another day. So just know how to go with the flow of the day and know that you're not going to do every single thing, especially if you're overloading your to-do list. And moms, y'all know we do that too. We have a million things that we need to do because we're all saving everything to Sunday, right? We're saving everything. Oh, I'll do the laundry on Sunday. I'll clean the rooms. I'll order the groceries. I will do everything on Sunday. And next thing you know, Sunday come. And you're like, where did the time go? Because Sunday went as fast as it came. So I'm telling you that it's okay to be flexible, you know, and don't save everything to one specific day. Laundry. You know, spacing it out in smaller loads throughout the week is definitely a way to stay on top of it. And then remember I told y'all a lot of hands make the work feel light. So don't be afraid to get your children, the girls and the boys, both, you know, hands on deck, all hands on deck to help out. You know, so if moms, if we can wash, we can teach some little kids to fold or put them socks together because y'all know we hate putting the socks together. I'm going to drink some water real quick, y'all. Trying to drink it, y'all, as much as I can, increase my water intake. And my dog is literally, what are you doing, Tete? Y'all, fur mama, real mama, step mama, whatever you want to call it. We wear all kind of hats, don't we, moms? But I love that smell of dinner on, and y'all, I can almost already smell it. And the kids, like I said, they're already out of the way with homework, and we just need to do a couple chapters of reading, which, like I said, for the night, I definitely have a routine that I stick to with the kids as well. But my motto is first things first, and then after that, you can do the things that you want to do. So I teach them to come in, wash their hands, get out of their school clothes, snack, homework, and then they can chill out for a minute, which they normally go right into their showers for the night if we don't have practice or any errands to run. But a routine, just so they know what to expect, and to make sure that in this mom life as well, we're checking through those backpacks, we're checking the folders, you know, making sure that they're getting at least 20 minutes of reading during the night. You know, the things that we can do. And I always talk about the power of 20 minutes. So the power of 20 minutes, if you're a mom that is working outside of the home, you know, you have multiple children, make it a goal where you are spending 20 minutes of uninterrupted time. So that's not 20 minutes on your phone, you know, in their space. That's 20 minutes in their space doing whatever it is that you're doing with them directly, whether that's reading, homework, you know, conversation, whatever it is, 20 minutes of undivided attention to your children a day. And you think about, if we say we have 24 hours in a day, what's 20 minutes of our time? We can get on the phone, we can talk to our homegirls, we can talk to our bestie, whatever you want to call it. And you can look up and be like, oh my God, I can't believe we've been on the phone for an hour, 2 hours. And my dog is, y'all, he's being naughty. That time flies. So have that same level of intention with our children a day, 20 minutes of time. Whether it's Uno, my children are card game kids, and Uno, board games, you name it, they love it. So I try to set aside at least 20 minutes per child. So if you have multiple children, moms, again, 20 minutes of your time, 1 hour of your time out of 24 hours in a day, that's still not a lot to ask. But you'll be surprised that 20 minutes will be so impactful to those children, because they see that they have a present mom, present and in their space, and not, distracted in their space by technology, cell phones, television, anything like that. And it's okay too to watch a show with them. I love to sit down and watch things that my kids are interested in watching. Y'all, we got to catch up and keep up. Y'all know it's so much that is changing in our kids. I even say they have this whole new terminology and words that I'm like, dang, am I getting old? What is going on here? Because I don't know these words that y'all are saying, skibbity this and da-da-da. I don't know nothing about that stuff, okay? I don't even follow that type of content on social media. So it's easy to kind of feel out of touch with your children. So those 20 minutes is undivided, intentional 20 minutes is your time to really try to catch up. And I don't mean that conversation we have when they get home from school, how was your day? I mean that deeper level of connection and understanding with your children is so important. And it's not a lot to ask, and it's definitely doable. For me, I actually enjoy my time with my children, where I'm learning about their day. A lot of the things that we do together too, we both enjoy. So if that's Connect Four, if that's Uno, if that's playing Monopoly, if that's watching a show, I don't even mind drawing, painting, and coloring. I'm definitely that mom. The activities that my kids love, it allows them to be creative. I was like that growing up. So I'm like, oh, they got that for me. So of course I'm going to be the parent that's going to support their creativity. So, recognize the talents in your children. I challenge you to recognize the talent and then invest in their talent. So if you have a child that is artistic and they love to paint and draw, mom, buy them the supplies to let their imagination run wild. So I always say I'm the mom that's quick to throw things away that's not in their place, but I'm the same mom that's going to make sure that they have these things that are out of place and in the way, But I love to support their creativity. I love to support their dreams. If you don't believe in your kids, who will? If you're not their biggest supporter, who's going to be their biggest supporter? So I always say, go big, go all out, be intentional, be extra. All the things for the ones that follow me know. When I have to describe myself as a mother, I say extra. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to be real dramatic and loud and clapping when it comes to mine. I'm going to build them up. I'm going to motivate them. Remember, they're living, they're learning, they're trying different things. And you want to reward their their courage to step out and try things. Leah actually did it was a poem contest at school, where she was like, Mom, I want to do a poem and I want to be able to go to the district level. And I'm like, okay, my children are so different. I have one who's very courageous, ambitious, creative, and just outgoing. And one, she's so smart, but she doesn't prefer to be in front of the crowd. She doesn't prefer to do the same as my other child. So remember, your children are all different too. So you have to be able to see where your children are, their individual styles, and kind of tailor your parenting style to those children's needs and how they respond. Don't forget to support their dreams. Don't forget to encourage them as well, and let them know that, man, the sky is not the limit. It's even beyond that. Anything that they can dream of, anything that they put their mind to, that they can accomplish it. I'm big on that lesson, huge on that lesson. You know, so I always say, well, I get the question, well, Tan, how do you get your kids on a routine? How do you do this? I get my children to dream, dream of the life that they want for themselves. Because if you can think of what you want, then you know what's governing your decision making so that you can get to where you want to be. And I always get the children to kind of make that connection, or I'm teaching them and guiding them along the path of that understanding. It's like you got to set a goal. And then the decisions that you make after setting that goal, you have to align those actions that follow, you know, to lead to that outcome. So, you know, if the children say, well, Mom, I want to go to college. I want to go to a university. Tiana says she want to be a lawyer. I say, okay, well, in order to be a lawyer, you know, you have to be competitive, right, with your grades. You know, so I get her in reality to make the connection and to make her own plan to get to where she wants to be. Because I think an idle mind sometimes, just too much time and it's not being directed, can lead to children just exploring. They don't know really, they fill in their time nowadays with TikTok anyways, strolling and gaming and things like that. But we have to remind them to have that intentional time being spent as well on things that can grow them. Like I talked to Tiana, my oldest daughter, because she's in high school. But I always say, like, man, you know, she loves the game. She's very, very good at it. Which y'all see now that there are streamers and things that are making even more than lawyers and doctors nowadays. So I never want to put down the things that she enjoys. I always like her to be able to express, you know, just who she is. So if I see that she's a girl and she's more into gaming, I'm going to support that and know that one, technology, y'all know it's already having so many advances. You know, there's coding, we have content creating. Hello, I'm on that side, you know. But I always make sure I'm supporting my kids' dream. I'm making sure I'm paying attention to the things that they like, you know, things that they are choosing to spend their time on, and just finding ways to grow them in any way that I can as a mom. Remember, it's not like a blueprint or we have the layout for motherhood. It's just, man, it's always changing. And you're trying to get to know your children individual needs, along with balancing what they need with the guidance that they need. And then too, just remembering to breathe as well, not being too hard on our kids. So moms, we got to really find that balance. There's strength in the balance of mothering. So that's that. Remember, laugh a little and live a little too. So making sure that we're having those funny conversations or whatever it is your kids like to do that's bringing a smile to their face. Because we know when we have to have serious conversations about the chores and just things that we need them to do, they're not just smiling ear to ear. So making sure that we do those things intentionally that bring a smile to our children's face too. So we gotta find the balance, y'all. Remember, that's the challenge in motherhood, is just trying to find the balance. And remember, critical thinking. You know, if our child was noticing this, could they be sick? Do we need to give more, you know, do we need to start pre-treating with medication? Do we need to do this? You know, moms, we're always assessing. And I always say, oh, well, maybe that's the nurse in me. I'm like, no, that is the mother in you. It's an instinct that kicks in after we have our children where, remember, it's just a desire to keep them safe, happy, healthy, and whole. And in that desire comes the instinct to look at things and not have tunnel vision. When we walk into their room, getting them up in the morning, we're looking at the whole room. You know, like my children, I like for them to lay their school clothes out. You know, do the things that they can the night before to kind of help with the flow of the mornings, because we know morning is a morning hustle. And I always tell them first things first. So you get on up, you get your bath, you get dressed for school. Talia and Tiana have a little extra time. They like to watch television. You know, they may want to look at little YouTube shorts, things that are laughing and funny, and they, Mom, watch this, laugh it. And y'all go right in, because my kids are really funny too. So a lot of the things that I find funny that they enjoy as well. So that's something that we bond on. So find the things that connect you and your children. And we have about 15 minutes before we start our rice, and we're about 43 minutes already down on our chicken. Well, 43 minutes left on our chicken, so 15 minutes down. And I'm gonna pop back on and show y'all how I'm cooking the rice and how I'm preparing the dinner. And I'm gonna be popping back on. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Turn on your notification bells just so you can make sure you get the notifications that I'm going live, because I'm coming back with our dinner. Y'all know it's all about time management, and right now we're looking at 15 and 45 minutes. So I'm gonna go be in my children's space for this time and see what they're doing. And I'm encouraging you to do the same. See y'all on the next live in just a little bit. Bye, y'all.